books were a little crazy. Good crazy, I think. To be honest, I've pushed off reading these books just for the sole fact that I don't like the cover of them. Like, I just think they're cringy, and I'm sorry, but I don't like the covers of them. I just finished The Housemaid's Secret, which is a sequel to The Housemaid. If you clicked on this video, you probably already read them, but if you haven't, that's okay. Just so you know, there will be some spoilers in here, but I will mark it off because I hate it when there's videos with no spoilers. Let's be real. I come to videos to watch spoilers. I will mark them off in case you don't want them. Hello and welcome here. If you don't know who I am, my name's Andrea. I'm 25. I live in North Carolina. I like to read. That's about it. So let's start off by talking about The Housemaid. These books are by Freida McFadden, which she's kind of gone viral on TikTok. I see her on my feed all the time. Also, this is my first book video, so I'm really scared. Hopefully that does not come across on the camera. The Housemaid is about this girl, Nina, who is an ex-convict, and she's living out of her car. She does not have a lot of money at all, and she takes this job that kind of seems too good to be true. It's giving Verity vibes. She's a housemaid for this really wealthy family, and just like weird things are happening while she's working for them. She's just like, what is going on? That's about all I can tell you without giving you spoilers. I really liked The Housemaid. It was very fast paced. I can eat up some fast paced books. Like, I just love them. I never got bored, and I did like how the plot twist came smack dab in the middle of the book. It didn't take until like 60 or 70%. At the end of every chapter, you just need to keep going. So let's talk about some spoilers of The Housemaid, and then we'll start talking about The Housemaid's Secret. So all these weird things are going on. The wife, I'm sorry, I can't remember every character's name. I literally forget like the second I'm done with the book. But the wife is just being super mean to Nina and doing all this stuff, and then she starts flirting with, it's not all her fault, but it's partially. She starts flirting with the husband, and then they're lovey-dovey with each other. Again, Verity vibes. This video is a mess. I should have like outlined this or something. My thoughts are just all over the place. So we end up finding out that the husband that Nina is buddy-buddy with literally locks her in the attic in her little room. He's crazy all along, which I kind of did see that coming. I'm like, there's no way this guy, like, they kept on making it seem like, oh, he's such a good guy, he's all this, all this, all this. I'm like, this is a mystery thriller, this is too good to be true. And it was. And we kind of figure out that Nina is the good one all along, and she hired Nina kind of to her husband. I did really like how we didn't know why Nina was in prison for a very long time. That really kept me reading too, because I was always like, what did she do? What did she do? Why was she in prison for 10 years? Honestly, I'm not very concise in telling y'all what happened in the book, because if you're watching the spoiler section, I know that you already know what happened. So I don't feel like I have to go step by step and telling you like, then this happened, then this happened. You know what happened. You probably just finished the book and you clicked on this video because you want to hear other people's thoughts. So my thoughts are, I love this book. This was just one of those things where it didn't matter if I was gonna guess the plot twists or not. I enjoyed it. Like, I had a fun time reading it. I kept wanting to go back and back and back to the book. And so I feel like that makes for a good book. So for that reason, I rated it 5 stars. I don't do all these 4.5, 3.5. I don't know. I do wish it was on a 10-point star scale, but I just stick 1 through 5 because that's what Goodreads gives you. I agree that this was Verity vibes, but I don't think it was as good as Verity. I loved how Verity was like, the chapters were changing POV and how it went back and forth from her manuscript to real life, and I'm just like, I love this. Give me more of this. Please call in, I need more of this. So The Housemaid's Secret is a book about Nina, and she kind of is being a housemaid for another family. We learn that she has been a maid with some other responsibilities. And I actually really liked that she was helping women and getting away from their abusers, I just liked that part of the plot. Like, it was interesting. It felt like it could be a CSI series or something like that. Honestly, that'd be a really cool series about like Nina and Enzo. Can we talk about that? Okay, we're in the spoilers part now of The Housemaid's Secret. This might be an unpopular opinion, I was not sold on Nina and Enzo. Because I was just like, whoa. The last I heard of Enzo, he was dating the wife from Millie? What was her name? Oh no, if I got her name wrong this whole time.
Yes, you have.
Is it Nina or Millie? Who's Millie? Literally, I finished this book today and I cannot remember. Okay, whatever. So the last I heard, Enzo was with the wife from the first book. And then I opened the second book and he's with Nina. That is her name, right?
No, it's
Let
not.
me check. Updating my Kindle experience. No, I've been getting her name wrong this whole entire time. That's great. Nina is the wife, Millie is the maid. Is it just me or are those names like too similar? I think I was getting them confused while I was reading. So, the last I heard, Enzo is with Nina, whatever, not Millie. Ah, that's so annoying. And then now I'm supposed to like ship Enzo with Millie. And I'm just like, I can't do that yet. I almost wish that Millie was just single and doing all this by herself, because I want to know like all the story of the in-between. Like, why did Enzo and Nina break up? Like, what happened? Why is he with Millie now? How did that happen? I just could not ship them throughout the whole book, and that is one issue I had with the book. I did love the book, by the way. Another issue I had with the book was how much it talked about Brock. I don't care about Brock. Like, I knew the whole time they were gonna break up and that she was gonna go back with Enzo. Like, obviously that was gonna happen. And it just felt like it talked about Brock a lot, how much she didn't love him and all this stuff. And I'm like, girl, why are you been with him for 6 months? Like, break it off. 6 months is like, if you don't know, break it off. Break it off, Millie. I think I actually liked The Housemaid's Secret a little bit more than The Housemaid because it was a little crazier, you know? Like, it was just bang, 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 bang. So much stuff. And I liked how all this time, like, Millie has been helping out women escaping from their abusive husbands and all this stuff. And she's been on the woman's side this whole time. It kind of throws a wrench in the plans of the whole plot. It's like, plot twist, the girl is the one in the wrong and she's the one who's abusive in her relationship. But I did see someone make this point, that it felt like Millie was a little naive in this book, when in the first book and like in the time in between the two books, she wasn't naive. She was just really a strong woman. And so I kind of get that point. She did seem a little naive, but then at the same time, maybe she was just like blindsided by the fact that she thought this man was abusing his wife, and she just needed to help him. I don't really know. One thing I was a little confused about that I haven't seen anybody talk about, I actually saw someone comment and say that they loved the last line of The Housemaid's Secret, and I did not understand it. Am I the only one that did not understand it? Please tell me. And that's why I like making these videos, I say, as this is literally my first one. But hopefully, like, we can talk in the comments and we can see, like, am I confused? Were you confused? Can you explain it to me? I have not seen anybody talk about this. I was confused at the very last of The Housemaid's Secret. Let me read it to you. The ironic part is, if Wendy had instead slipped her husband a little bit extra of his own medication, it probably would have killed him, and it might have been hard to prove that the dose wasn't accidental. She could have saved herself a lot of trouble. Instead, she made an incredibly bad judgment call. She underestimated an extremely dangerous person, me, and she paid the ultimate price. What? I'm confused. What do you mean she paid the ultimate price? Like, I don't really get that. And maybe it's just me, but I'm confused because didn't Millie meet up with this guy's wife, right? And Millie gave her the medication, right? And then she went to the cabin, killed her husband, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say killed on YouTube, I don't know. And then snuck in some medication into the wine for this wife to die. So I'm kind of confused about like why it's saying that she underestimated Millie, and why it says like she made a bad judgment call and she paid the ultimate price. I don't understand that. Like, I'm confused, and maybe like somebody's gonna explain it to me and I'm gonna look really dumb, and I'm sorry if that happens. That'll be embarrassing. But and then like it says in the part where Frida McFadden writes, well, I guess she literally wrote the whole thing, but right after the ending of the book it says, were you totally shocked by how Wendy tricked Millie? Yes, I was. And how Millie got her revenge. So Millie got her revenge by giving this the wife of the cheater husband the pills, right? Is there like something in between the lines that I'm not seeing here? Like, I'm confused. Like, what do you mean? I thought y'all kind of worked together there at the end by giving her the pills, and then she went and did the killing. But other than that, I really did like this book. I did rate it 5 stars. It was a very good experience of just reading it and going back and back and back to it. And another complaint, like I say, I rated 5 stars and I give it like 5 complaints, but it was still a good book. One thing I did think was a little annoying, I thought the plot was very different from the first book, so I loved that. But I didn't really like how it was, like the structure of the book basically felt the exact same as the first book. How the plot twist came right at the middle, and then it even had the wife's like instructions on how to get rid of your husband, step 1, step 2, like that literally happened in the first book, like the exact same thing. I kind of like wish she would have wrote it in a different style or a different way to portray what happened. Yeah, so those are my grievances, but I still kind of think I liked The Housemaid's Secret a little better than The Housemaid just because of how twisty it was. So y'all put in the comments what you thought, and please reply to anything that I've said. Let's just have a conversation about these books. These were my first 2 Frida McFadden books, and I think next I'm going to read about The Inmate. Everybody's talking about that, saying it's like her best book. So I've got to read that next. Maybe not next like my next book, but next as in my next Frida McFadden. What do y'all think should be my next Frida McFadden? And what do y'all think should be my favorite book? Or not my favorite book, my next book. Literally, I don't know what's happening right now. Normally I go back and forth between like romance / contemporary fiction to mystery thriller, romance, mystery thriller, romance, mystery thriller. And I kind of broke the mold with this because I read Happy Place and then, such a good book, The Housemaid, and then I was like, have to read The Housemaid's Secret. So now I have to go back to a romance or a contemporary fiction. So what should I read next? I've been thinking about reading Tomorrow, or is it Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow? I can't remember, but I'm a little intimidated by that because it's not a genre I normally gravitate towards. But I think I just need something a little bit lighter, but not so light where I get bored and I'm going into a whole reading slump. Should I start doing a fall vibey book? Give me the recommendations, please. And if you don't know me and you're just stumbling upon this video and literally have no idea who I am, hi. I already said my name earlier. But if you want to watch a video to get to know me a little bit better, watch the one that I just uploaded previously to this one. It kind of just, I give you like an update on my life and like take you along in my day, and it kind of like helps you get to know me a little bit. I hope I'm not saying like too much, and I feel like I'm talking way too fast. This might be like 4 minutes long. I don't know. This is my first book video. It was very chaotic. I think I'll learn. This was bad, wasn't it? Just be honest. Okay, well, I will see you guys next time. Comment below what I should read next, and I hope to see you guys again on my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.